But if you come here to pry, to have me condemn myself through my own words, then take heed. The enemies of Apollo do not last long.
Apollo? Is he your god?
An all-powerful one. And unlike your god, he shows his face. It is the hour of noon. I must leave you for a moment. But stay. Stay and learn. O greatest of stars, O star that art too great to be allowed among the stars, O fountain that flowest gently in that secret spot that is called space, white father of all white, unwearied things, white flames and white flowers and white peaks, I lift up my eyes to thee. Thou art the master of the universe. Thy power shall devour those who dwell in the places of shadow. The weak shall perish in those flames that give immortality to thy true servants, who embrace thy glory in the burning blaze of noon. See, I worship thee with my eyes and my spirit, unafraid. O Father, who art more innocent than all thy most innocent and quiet children.
Stop. Who is it? Who do you think it is? No, who is it? Oh, isn't it all?
Excuse me,
all
please.
great?
Please excuse me.
Oh, dear.
It's Miss Stacy. Pauline.
And by thy will, the strong shall live and conquer. The weak shall perish.
Where's the lift?
One floor up, sir.
Has it been used since the accident?
Not since I got here, sir, and that was within a minute or two.
Now, when she fell, the lift was on the 5th floor. Thank you, Constable. As the body's been taken away, you can put the lift back in commission.
Very good, sir.
Inspector, make Miss Stacy go home now. Can't you see she's in no condition to answer questions?
Of course.
I'd rather have it over and done with.
I'll be as brief as I can. Only 3 offices in the building are occupied, is that right?
Yes, this one mine and the one above mine.
Yeah. Were you in the building at the time of the accident?
No, I had gone to lunch. But then I remembered that my friend Father Brown might be calling on me on his return from the country, so I came back to the office to leave a message for him. As I was entering the building, I heard Miss Stacy cry out.
You discovered the body?
Oh, I was one of several. She died instantly.
I'd like to be certain of how many people were actually in the building at the time when Miss Stacy was killed.
Well, I was for one, Inspector.
Yeah?
Finding Mr. Flambeau not in his office, I paid a call on a gentleman who calls himself Kalon. I was there when Miss Stacy fell to her death.
Was Mr. Kalon in your sight at the time?
Oh, I dare say he was not only in my sight, he was in full view of the whole of the city. He's a high priest of some pagan religion that requires him to hold a public prayer service 3 times daily, sunrise, noon, and sunset. When Miss Stacy fell to her death, he was on the 6th floor balcony.
Yes, I can vouch for that. I saw him.
So, Father, you and Mr. Kalon cancelled each other out. And Mr. Lloyd and Miss Stacy were both at lunch?
Yes, we were.
What?
We had gone to lunch.
Yes, but darling, you came back here for the letters.
Did I? Yes, I did. I'd forgotten.
You were here when your sister was killed?
Yes, I was on the stairs. We do our correspondence in the morning, you see, and I take the letters to post at lunchtime. Well, today I forgot them. As you see, they're still there. I had started on my way up when I heard the scream.
And where were you, Mr. Lloyd?
Across the street, waiting.
Did Miss Stacy seem in any way out of sorts when you last saw her?
On the contrary, she's in rather good humour. She actually said it was nice to see me.
Huh.
We left her scribbling away.
Scribbling? What, with a pen?
What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing, Mr. Lloyd, but, well, there are 2 typewriters in the office.
Well, I suppose she thought handwriting would be more formal. It was a document of some kind. Joan and I had to witness
Inspector, do you think I might go home now? I do feel unwell.
Yes, of course. I shan't be needing you either.
it. Go on, we'll take a taxi, darling.
Father Brown, may I ask what you think you're doing?
This desk is as clean as a whistle. I'm wondering where that written document went to.
I'd rather that nothing was touched except by the
Yes,
police.
it's most wise of you, Inspector. Now, let's see, but require 2 witnesses. Yes, of course, how stupid of me. It must be over there in that pile of envelopes. I think you'll find it addressed either to a solicitor or to a bank.
You seem to know a great deal about this matter,
Yes,
Father
I
Brown?
do. Unfortunately, I don't yet know the most important thing, how the crime was committed.
Crime? Oh, it was an accident.
Oh,
surely.
come, Flambeau. An accident. A healthy young woman, especially one who's at home with machinery, doesn't wrench open an iron gate and step willingly into a lift shaft. There's such a thing as absent-mindedness, but oh, no, not an accident.
You're suggesting it was suicide?
My dear sir, the cry I heard was not from a person going willingly to her death. In any case, I know it was murder.
You know?
Yes, and I haven't one shred of evidence. In fact, I find this whole business not only evil, but extremely exasperating.
Sir, if you have any evidence
Nothing
whatsoever...
at all, none at all, Inspector, not a scrap.
Very well. So, the only people in the building, as far as we know, were you and Mr. Calen on the 6th floor, Miss Joan Stacey on the stairs.
Now, wait a minute. Mr. Thurston.
Huh?
Yes, he was the solicitor acting for the dead girl's aunt. He was calling on you, Flambeau. Or trying to. Now, I wonder what's happened to him.
Thurston.
Yes,
Thank
Thurston.
you. Father Brown, I should like you to accompany me to the 6th floor.
I beg your pardon?
Formality, just to identify this Mr. Calen as the person in whose company you were when Miss Stacey was killed.
Gladly, Inspector. I should be glad to call on that gentleman again. Just one moment. Let me look, sir. Yes,
Father?
Jolly good. Yes, there, Inspector. Thank you. Yes, Flambeau? Flambeau!
Ah, good. My constables brought the lift down.
Yes, Inspector, might I inquire what floor the lift was on when Miss Stacey fell?
5th floor. Monsieur Flambeau's.
Yet the only 2 people who were on that floor had walked up. That's interesting.
Oh, that is my telephone. Stop if you please.
Well, Flambeau, join us as soon as I will.
Come in. Ah, I've been waiting for you, Inspector. Enter.
Mr. Calen?
At your service.
Ah, this won't take but a moment, sir. Father Brown, is this the gentleman who was in your company when Miss Stacey was killed?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Good day to you both.
But, Inspector, this is most uncomplimentary. No questions.
Should there be?
I think there should be.
Ah, Caiaphas, we meet again. Your church and mine are the only true realities on this earth. I worship the sun, and you the darkening of the sun. You are the priest of the dying, I of the living God.
You know, if I believed you to be a sincere man, Mr. Calon, I'd suggest you were suffering from spiritual sunstroke.
Mr. Calen, what are the questions you think I should ask you?
Inspector, you are aware that Miss Stacey was a priestess of the Temple of Apollo?
Oh, how very grand. In my church, we just call them parishioners.
I take your meaning. She was a member of your cult.
Then, shouldn't you ask me some questions about the nature of our relationship when I last saw her alive? What I know about her death?
Yes, perhaps I should. Father Brown, would you mind waiting
No,
down?
let him stay. I know his sort. He would convict men of sin. I would convict them of innocence.
Oh, then you don't believe that murder is wrong?
Is that an accusation?
No. It's the speech for the defense.
Ah. Inspector, Miss Stacey and I walked another world from yours. We trod through corridors of light while you were plodding through tunnels of brick. Miss Stacey worshipped Apollo, and this adoration was her existence, as it is mine. And she was a wealthy woman. She offered her entire fortune to the Temple of Apollo.
Indeed?
But I refused it. Some years ago, I committed a crime. I had no wish to expose myself to the law for a second time. But Miss Stacy was stubborn. At 10 minutes before noon today, she informed me that it was her intention to write a will leaving me and my church every penny of her fortune.
Yes, and she did write it, Inspector. I gave it to you a few moments ago in the office. It's addressed to her solicitor, Mr. Thurston. And I think you'll find inside another envelope marked to be opened in the event of my death.
So, come, Inspector. Where are your handcuffs? This Roman priest has offered you a speech for the defense. I have provided you with a speech for the crown. Come, show me. Show me to your gallows. But there's one objection, I think. I did not kill Miss Stacy. And what's more to the point, I couldn't have done. Not only this man, but passers-by in their scores, perhaps hundreds, will swear that at the moment of her death, I was out on that balcony.
Yes, I shall certainly so swear.
And Mr. Caden, it seems there's no more to be said.
Except the answer to the final question. How Pauline Stacy met her death.
Do you know?
We speak a different language, Inspector, but try to imagine. Miss Stacy lived for one purpose, to propagate a religion which she knew to be the sole truth of the universe.
Thought you confined your beliefs to the solar system.
You may sneer, Caiaphas, but Miss Stacy knew that her true life was beyond the grave. She'd offered me money, and I had refused it. And so she bequeathed it to me. And having done so, she stepped out of a life which for her had no further meaning. For her, now, it was more important that others should know the true way than that she should live.
You're talking of suicide.
Oh, so you will call it in the shorthand of the police courts. I call it a sacrifice on the altar of Apollo.
And yet she screamed.
We're all weak, Inspector. The spirit may not fear death, but the body does.
What have you to say to that, Father Brown?
I say what I've said already. And I know the name of the murderer. But without proof, such knowledge is as useless as a rosary in the hands of an atheist. Mr. Kalon has his legacy. I have my duties to attend to, so I'll bid you good day.
Understandably, my niece, my surviving niece, Joan, is not in a condition to attend this meeting. So I have asked her fiancé, Mr. Lloyd, to be here in her stead. I am here because I've seen too much death in my time to be grievously affected. Mr. Flambeau, I engaged you to inquire into the history of the man who calls himself Kalon. Mr. Thurston has read me your report.
A model of its kind?
A petty swindler.
Oh, in the past, yes.
And in the present? Not so petty, would you say?
She turns a phrase, you know.
Now Father Brown tells me that my niece made a will leaving all her money, my money, to this person.
Yes, there is a will. Yes, there is.
This is what I feared from the outset. The will must be discredited. Do you hear me, Mr. Flambeau?
Well,
My
I
client
really do
feels, and naturally I agree with her, that circumstances exist in the light of which the bequest to this religious gentleman will be adjudged invalid.
Are we saying the same thing, Mr. Thurston?
Naturally.
Continue.
It may be that Mr. Kalon, as he calls himself, has brought undue pressure to bear upon the deceased. That will be for you to find out, Mr. Flambeau.
I am honoured, of course, but I
Such
cannot...
evidence, however, will be what is vulgarly known as the shot in one's locker. The main grounds for contesting the will be the presumption of insanity, which is invariably present in cases of suicide.
Oh, bosh!
Who said that?
My friend is of the opinion that Miss Stacy was murdered.
He
Utter
believes
malicious
what?
nonsense.
My dear sir, you were not asked here to be
Murdering.
Opinion. It's
obstructed.
not an opinion, it's a conviction. But if it's any comfort to you, there's no evidence whatsoever.
I should hope not. My younger niece never had half the brains or ambition of poor Pauline. But when it comes to a
She
choice
may not have had the
between her
brains,
and
Miss
this
Hamley, but
charlatan-
at least she had loyalty. Pauline gave her nothing, not a penny. She treated her like a servant.
Take care. I won't hear this kind of talk.
It's true. All Joan was ever good for was being sent on errands, changing her typewriter ribbons, sharpening her pencils, filling her fountain pen. If she treated Pauline as she deserved, she'd have walked out and made a life of her own.
You must not try my client's good nature, you know.
This is our younger generation, Mr. Thurston. What is to become of the money of their elders, I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Monsieur Flambeau, may I come in?
Sir, you are intruding.
Sincerest apologies. Mr. Thurston, I take it, and Miss Amerley, Detective Inspector Corliss. I'm here concerning what I understand to be the will of the late Miss Pauline Stacey.
What is that to do with you?
And this envelope was addressed to you, sir. I've just telephoned my superiors, and because of the circumstances of Miss Stacey's death, I'm instructed to be present when it is opened.
Are you indeed?
Well, sir, it's for you to decide whether the matter is to be cleared up here and now, or later at a coroner's inquest.
That is coercion.
You know, it may contain a suicide note.
That thought had occurred to us, madam.
Well, in that case... Well, what is this supposed to mean?
What is it?
I hereby give and bequeath everything of which I die possessed.
Well, speak up.
Nothing. Just a lot of scratches. This is absurd. And the names of 2 witnesses. This isn't a will, it's nothing.
May I, sir? Mr. Lloyd, is this your signature?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, it was lunchtime, and Joan was in rather a hurry, so...
I see. Somewhat irregular.
Yes.
Am I to understand that there is no will?
If there is, madam, this isn't it. Evidently Miss Stacey changed her mind.
But why is it addressed to Mr. Thurston? And what's more to the point, Inspector, what about all those scratches on the paper?
What nonsense, who cares? There is no will. That man won't see a penny of my money.
Do you mean it all goes to Joan?
Unless a valid will is discovered.
I tell you, there is none.
Well, then there's no reason for me to disturb any of you further. Good day, sir. Madam. Oh, I may as well leave the will in your keeping, Father Brown.
I simply don't understand it.
It seems I shall not require your services after all, Mr. Flambeau. You may submit your account. As for Joan, I hope she realizes her good fortune and will put the money to proper use. In poor Pauline's eyes, money was valueless. If it were not spent to...
In Pauline's eyes?
My dear sir. What is it?
Of course, in Pauline's eyes, Flambeau. That's where to begin. I was stupidly and idiotically wrong. There wasn't a crime.
He admits it.
There were 2 crimes. Crimes of a different weight and committed by different criminals. Go and get that inspector back, please.
Different criminals?
Yes, but committed against the same weakness of the same person in a struggle for her money. And the smaller crime made a mockery of the greater. It isn't lost, you know. I have it.
What are you doing here? What is it?
I think you know what it is, Miss Stacey.
I've never seen it before. I asked you what you were doing here.
Now, there's no need to be frightened. It isn't a criminal offense to neglect filling a fountain pen. And if it ever came to proceedings, you could always say it slipped your mind.
Father Brown, if you please.
My friend, what has this to do with a fountain pen? Cannot you please put it into simple words?
Flambeau. I can put it into one word. Pauline Stacey was virtually blind. Will you come with us, Miss Joan? We have a call to make. Inspector?
Yes.
Yes, what do you want?
A word with you, if you please.
It is not convenient. It's time for my evening prayers.
Oh, this won't take long, sir. Father Brown?
We thought you might like to see the will as written by Miss Pauline Stacey.
What is this?
It's what she wrote when she returned to her office from this room.
Is this some sort of joke?
Yes, I'm afraid it is, Mr. Kalon. And the joke's on you. That is the last will and testament of Pauline Stacey. There is no other.
No other, but you... Then there's your murderer.
No!
I was wrong. You will need your handcuffs after all, Inspector. You see, the poor girl was writing a will in my favor. You see, she started it. And then her sister came in and saw what she was doing and dragged her to the lift shaft. It was murder after all.
Yes, it was murder. But no one dragged Pauline Stacey to the lift shaft. She was alone when she died.
Yes, but then how did she?
Her blindness killed her, Flambeau. You told me how Pauline smashed her sister's glasses because it was her fad that one mustn't aggravate an affliction by yielding to it. For her own part, she wouldn't even admit to an affliction. But encouraged by the prophet Kalon, she looked into the very face of the sun. Was it any wonder that she went blind?
Be careful what you say, Caiaphas. There are witnesses.
You remember that evening in the restaurant, Flambeau, when they failed to recognize us? She also failed to recognize me as a priest when you tried to introduce us in the lift. It's strange, isn't it, Mr. Kalon, how religious people, even when they aren't of one's own religion, always adopt a special voice when they meet a clergyman. Well, Miss Pauline Stacey didn't. Only one person shared her secret. Her sister, Joan.
Some days, her eyes were better than others. But toward the end, she could see nothing. She told me she had looked at the midday sun.
She was not blind. She could see.
Today, Pauline told you that she was making a will in Kalon's favor. You insisted on witnessing it even before it was written, because you knew that you'd handed your sister an empty fountain pen. The remains of the ink held out for a few words and then failed, but Pauline didn't notice. She went on writing.
Damn you! It was you. You cheated me.
And now I begin to understand.
Pauline offered to give Kalon some money, but he refused. What if she found out that he was a fake and a swindler and went to the police? Oh, no, there was a much surer way.
Lies,
Wasn't there, Mr.
lies.
Kalon? He put the idea into her head of leaving the money to him in a legacy. She went downstairs to her office and started to write the will. Kalon went down in the lift. He told her to be quick about what she was doing. Perhaps he even told her that today she would look into the face of the sun, but she would have to hurry. It was 5 minutes to the hour. He told her that he would leave the lift open for her. He then stepped into the lift, ascended to the floor above, and walked up from there by the stairs to his office. Meanwhile, Pauline, who had handwritten the will out of a feminine respect for documents, typed an envelope out of a businesswoman's compulsion for neatness.
This is slander. I'll take you to court for this.
I think you will be the one who's taken to court, Mr. Kalon. You committed a brutal murder. Even more brutal because it was for nothing.
Talk, that's all. You can't prove it. You can't prove anything.
There is such a thing as circumstantial evidence. One thing you may be sure of, a jury won't be as credulous as Pauline Stacey.
You can't try me. I'm above your law.
I must ask you to accompany me. At the station, you'll be formally charged.
You said you knew it was murder at the beginning.
Yes. You see, Flambeau, when she cried out, and it was the most terrible cry, he didn't even pause in his prayers or look round. I didn't know what had happened, but I knew that he was expecting it.